Oscar Carboni, and of course that would be me. Good evening, traders. This 1,283rd installment of these educational videos is being filmed on Wednesday night for trading Thursday. That's February 12th, 2015. Traders, there's some good things on the board here. There are some great charts coming your way in this video. Before we get started, you must know futures trading is extremely risky and causes substantial financial loss. Is absolutely not suitable for everybody out there. You need to know this game. If you're going to play it, you've got to have risk capital. In this environment, volatility has been through the roof. Always put your stops in. Always place your stops first before you even put the trade on. Whether the stop is going to work or not 100% of the time, almost always it will work. Without the stop, you're dead. With the stop, you've got a very high percentage of getting knocked out of a bad trade. Put your stops in first. All right, traders, my opinion coming at you about the charts comes directly from the charts. In fact, of the thousands of omnis I've given out in these videos, I cannot tell you how many of those omnis are probably against my own personal opinion, but I never let my opinion get involved in what the omni calls. It calls up, we're buyers. It calls down, we're sellers. It does not matter what I think. So you know that my opinion is coming right from the chart. Traders, what's on the board? First off, well, let's start here. Green Omni. Green Omni, baby. Rock and roll. And where is it coming from? Let me just say this. For 2 or 3 days in a row now, I've been showing you something. And I've been calling it an Oscarism and putting it in every video and talking about it in my chat room. The Oscarism was this. I have contended to you that the masters before me have gotten the triple top incorrect, and it shouldn't be actually called the triple top. And I've stated that I have finished the thoughts on the triple top and done more studying to tell you it shouldn't be called a triple top. It should be called something like a triple action point formation or something, because I think calling it a triple top is adding a little bit too much of your own flavor to this formation. So I have researched this formation over years and years, and my Oscarism is a triple top does not stop a market from going higher in a big booming bull market. A triple top, after a brief dip, gets taken out. And wait until you see the comparison charts from the first day I gave you the Oscarism 3 or 4 days ago until what happened today. It is exactly what we expected. We had top 1, top 2, top 3. We had a brief pullback and took out the triple top, exactly as I've been telling you will happen in the last few videos. Traders, I'm not being grandiose. I have put more time and continue to put more study time in these charts than anyone I've ever met. I thank the masters before me very much for the formations they started. Many of you did not finish your thoughts. You didn't put in enough hours to find out that some of your formations aren't exactly what you called them. Come here, baby. I will teach you what you thought you were teaching us. Anyway, let's move forward. So the Oscarism work. They don't always work all the time, but most times they do. Ask the Omniacs who follow me in my chat room. So that worked out. We had the dip, and we will talk about that. ES, NASDAQ, Green Omni, because we had the dip and we took out the triple top. However, there is one caution with the S&P, and it's basically based on what happened after the close on Wednesday. After today's close, the S&P took off and ran all the stops above the triple top. And if that's the case, the only thing that could stop us from having a massive rally tomorrow is the fact that they may have run the stops and now it's time to drop. I am not calling for that. I'm calling for this. I am telling you there is a small caveat in what happened on Wednesday, right towards the close. Having a big blow up like that in a market's not usually healthy. But leading to that blow up, we had the formation of what's construed as a triple top. We talked about how it would be taken out. It did get taken out. Let's stay with that for now and not worry about that craziness that happened after the close. Let's just stay with the chart and see where it takes us. So Green Omni, we love buying the S&P, at least until it tells us not to. Second thing on the board is the gold and silver are still reeling. And how about those gold calls? I mean, come on, traders. I was alone like a pioneer 2.5 weeks ago standing in front of you saying, that's it, the gold's got a repetitive pattern, it's going to go down. I had bashes coming after me. I had gold bugs telling me I was crazy. No one seemed to think that gold was going down. And what has happened since? Absolutely, positively, the gold has dropped. You want to learn? You come to livewithoscar.com. Here's where you'll learn about analysis. What you're seeing from a lot of these other people is a lot of their opinion based in there or added into their technical analysis. And it's not pure. I have learned to be pure about this. I have no opinion. I'm not smart enough to have one. The charts know what's going on. You need to find a guy who knows how to read charts and doesn't let his opinion get involved in what he tells you he thinks is coming next. See if you can find someone like that. Traders, the last thing on the board is my chart masterpiece, and we've got chart masterpiece, and this, a round of applause, because you're going to love it. The chart masterpiece, if I get it right, will quell all of the fears of what happened on Wednesday after the close, possibly being a stop run, which then will call for some downside. So for now, we're going into the S&P, looking for the upside S&P NASDAQ, looking for more upside. OMNI in the UK, a shout out to Thomas, Freddie, Thomas and the boys, how are you guys? All the rest of my UK fans out there, hello OMNI from the UK, baby. Come on, join me in Vegas one day, huh? You know, with the way your euro is based on our dollar, even with the dollar going up, your euro is better. Come to Vegas, it's like monopoly money here, kids. Come on down. Hopefully I'll see you guys here. All right, so, the triple top. Broken out. Oh, we broke out above it. We'll see where that goes. Gold and silver still look like they're reeling. I'll show you some charts. And the chart masterpiece coming your way next. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, the first chart I'm going to show you this evening is the gold weekly bar chart. You've seen this many times. Could be 7 videos in a row now, right? And if you haven't seen this chart before, tune in, pull up a chair, let me show you how this works. This is the gold. Each one of these bars represents a full week's worth of trading. The gold gets into this channel, so to speak. It's a bit of a wedge heading down. And I showed what's called a repetitive pattern. And I told you we live by repetitive patterns. And I see one on this chart. And this should be the next leg of that repetitive pattern. So I show you the chart and I say, look here, you create a resistance when that line gets created. And it drops down. Runs up, just about touches the line, and drops down, right? You've seen this before. Runs up, just about touches the line, and it drops down. Runs up, just about hits the line, and it drops down. Runs up, does hit the line, and I contended what comes next is the market dumps, and every gold bug in the world was expecting gold to go like this at this point. And I was out here in front of the crowd day after day, fighting off you lunatic bashers, telling you, I'm sorry, I grew up in the gold pit. That is going to be a top for a while, right? This is what it looked like, and this is what happened, traders. I mean, how about that? Once again, this is what it looked like, and this is what happened. I mean, can you ask for more than that? It is exactly what I said. The arrow would start to fill in. Look what's happened so far. I mean, bravo for technical analysis, traders. You cannot do better than that. But there's more. Sit tight. We're not done. So that's your gold. Then you've got silver, traders. Silver's looking like it wants to fall apart. Some weird looking head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder right here. Then there's this flag that we're about to fall out of. This flag is well defined, but let me show you where it started up here with this flag. There was a bear flag here. Broke down into this bear flag. Now we sit right here. Furthermore, my OTAPMA, the Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average, is here. The market settled here. We are below the average. Second flag, possible head and shoulders. That, my friends, looks as bearish as the gold does. Silver and gold looking bearish. Then there's the dollar index, which is what's keeping the metals looking so bearish. Wonderful flag, which I pointed out a few videos ago to you and in the chat room. Held this wonderful support line as well. Support, 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 support. Held the line, built the flag, and now we're starting to break out of that area. Market looking strong when you look at the dollar index. And then there is this, traders. This is the lesson, or I guess let's call it a lesson. This is the lesson I've been trying to portray since it started. I was brave enough to show this to you on the day we hit this spot, and I called it, or the world called it, a triple top. And on that day I said no, an Oscarism. Usually triple tops get taken out after a brief dip. And I put this here, and I say we should get a brief dip. And that is what the chart looked like before the market made its move. It hit the triple top. We were there. I showed you this chart. This is what happened, traders. That's what it looked like. This is what happened. Bingo! I mean, come on. If you don't believe in analysis by now, you don't understand how the world works. The markets gyrate off of technical analysis. How on earth, on this day, could I have called for a brief dip and then something to take out the triple top? I do not have a crystal ball. I do not have telepathy. There is no one in Wall Street giving me this information. It is being pulled directly off the charts. That was a bravo call, traders. Let's move on. Here's the one thing that I'm going to say. It's the only negative thing I'm going to show you. I am the devil's advocate on this chart. It is rare for me to show you a chart that we're extremely bullish on and give you the devil's advocate side of the argument, but I think it's worth it here for one reason. Top one, top two, top three, after a dip, which we got, we take out the top, we did all of that. But in the fashion it took out the top, it happened on Wednesday, just about in the close, and after the market closed, the stocks were closed, the S&P closed for its first 15-minute break, the market exploded and took out all the stops above the triple top. That sometimes, traders, is the end of the triple top, and you crack and come down. It is the only thing I'm thinking that could possibly get us stopped out in our indice trades. I do not think that's going to happen. I do not think devil's advocate's even worth playing. But in this particular situation, because the triple top, it presented itself to us, we had the dip, we took it out, but in the fashion it took it out was a very heated, very quick 5-minute blast off. That sometimes, traders, can be a little bit troublesome for the markets. So I am not hedging. We are absolutely calling the green OMNI to start the day off, and we expect it to go much higher. The only thing that could stop us is the fact that when you take out a triple top like this, it should be slow, not a blast off after the close in a 45-minute shortened session. A little bit troublesome. That's about the only negative I have for trading on Thursday. And then there is this. The NASDAQ, the weekly chart, should absolutely take you out of what I just showed you. Forget the devil's advocate. This chart I've been showing you for a while. Remember this. You'll recognize this. I've been saying NASDAQ can gyrate inside of this flag for 300 points, and we still remain bullish. Does everyone remember me showing you this chart in the last few videos? I made this point several times, and that because it's a bull flag, we should do this in the end. This was here, the arrow was here, the flag was here, this bar finally populated. Now we're getting outside of this huge flag. We absolutely gyrated in the flag like I thought we would. Now we're above it. If this day is real, we should take off again next week. This looks fantastic for now. Let's see where that goes. And then there is chart masterpiece, traders. Now if the NASDAQ bullish chart didn't make you even more bullish, let me show you this. Note the average, and yes, you've seen this chart masterpiece in other videos. Remember I was doing the contest, how many times it would bounce off the average and win, which means it would hold compared to when it wouldn't? And we had, all the way since 2012, we had 7 wins. We had one time where it broke through the average, got down, but then got back up. 8, 9, we are 9 wins and 1 loss because it held the average here and went up, but there's more. Look at this average again. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting. Once you hit the average, you make a new high. You hit the average, you make a new high. You hit the average, the only time out of 9 times you failed to make a new high, first you went up big, went to the average again, and then put in a new high. Then the 4th time, put in a new high. 5th time, put in a new high. 6th time, put in a new high. 7th time, put in a new high. 8th time, even though it got through the line when it came back, it put in a new high. 9th time, it went up to here so far. Will it put in a new high? That is what should happen. Chart Masterpiece tells us a new high gets pegged in the emini S&P before this move is over. Traders, Chart Masterpiece, I hope it works for you. Pull your own charts, do your own homework. Never accept anyone's technical analysis without doing your own studies first. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there's my argument for the green Omni. The only little teeny caution was what I showed you, the possibility of that crazy stop run at the close on Wednesday exhausted some of this move. I don't think that'll be the case, but you need to know that that kind of can happen in this situation. Those weekly charts absolutely make you feel better about that. They made me feel better. Chart Masterpiece is worth applauding again. Wonderful chart. Now, traders, I'm sorry to say, but likelihood is this is my last video. I don't think I'll be doing any more videos past this one, and here's why. The Powerball is $564 million. Two of my buddies back east, they bought $100 worth of tickets. The drawings tonight, I know I bought the winning ticket because I got an Omni. So that's the end of the videos because I'm buying an island after this video. We'll see what happens. You got the Powerball. Good luck to anybody out there who played. Could you imagine 564 million smackaroos coming your way? I mean, oh, baby, we're taking over the S&P pit. All right, so that's about it. We've got this Omni. We hope it works. Don't forget the Oscarism. Write it down. It absolutely did well. Traders, if you like the charts that you've seen in this video, if you'd like to learn more about these markets, come on down to livewithoscar.com and subscribe to my YouTube videos. If you like this video and subscribe at YouTube, you will get a notification via email each and every night when I put out another video, so then you can study the video before the market opens the next day. If you'd really like to take your education to a higher level, I hold something 2 to 3 times a year out here in Las Vegas called OMNI Camp. OMNI Camp for February is sold out, rock solid. I can't wait to meet my OMNI campers in the end of Feb. I'm so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to meet you cats. However, we've got one more planned for the year. It's in the summer. It gets just too hot here in Vegas. Once you get past June, there's no Omni camps till October, November, December. So the last one we've got planned is the beginning of June. It's June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday. You will be here in Las Vegas. You will be trained personally by me how to call Oscar's market navigational indicator for yourselves. If you'd like to learn how to call your own Omni, you come to livewithoscar.com, click the Omni Camp banner, and fill out your application, and I will contact you personally and qualify you for one of the 5 seats that I will open up for my summer planned Omni Camp. All right, traders, that's about it. Remember, come to my site, hang out with me. I'm in a live chat room every day and night. I'm on microphone, I'm on camera. I share charts, we share ideas. 33 years I've been in the business, a lot of it on the trading floors, and I share my knowledge with you, Omniacs. I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. All right, traders, thank you so much for putting up with my nonsense night after night. I know I'm not the easiest character to deal with, but I'm pretty darn good at the charts. So with all this nonsense comes some pretty good charting. Make sure you look at it. All right, traders, say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. It will help you try to keep your emotions at bay. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders, and I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.